Alphabet just took a $70 billion woke tax. We also have Bitcoin barreling towards its previous all-time high before the halvings even here. And we're going to take a look at some deep pick altcoins with insane potential as the rest of the market begins to wake up. All this and more on today's Blockchain Basement. We are the bread and butter of all the information that's been swimming across the internet for crypto news.
If you're gonna screw me, at least pull my hair.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. What you got?
They could start chopping off fingers. They're like, give me your seed phrase, but I don't know it.
Over 2 years, he's made like 17K on Roblox. And he's
What?
Like 12.
You never listen to me, and we must be married. Yeah, well, how much are you investing? $100.
$400,000 to $600,000.
Do you
The
think it's
generational signals are now. Now.
You're spread so thin, that's how you get in on Snake. Snake's been my biggest winner.
Live. Welcome one, welcome all. We're discussing everlasting orgasm. Now, this may or may not be the name of our to come band. We are going to begin a band here out of the blockchain basement. Isaac, somewhat musical.
Somewhat musical.
What's your main instruments that you play?
Main instruments. So I've tampered with a bunch of different instruments. My current main is electric guitar.
Okay. All right.
And,
I'm in it. Hannah, what are you going to play? What's the instrument of choice?
Triangle.
Triangle?
Triangle.
That's legit. That's legit. Welcome one, welcome all. It's a beautiful day to be in crypto. If you're out there in the chat or just discovering this channel, make sure to hit that like button, share the stream out with a friend. This is the right time to be looking at cryptos. We're approaching one of the most generational wealth creation systems that we've ever seen in our entire lifetime as blockchain begins to take over the world. Now, all of you in the chat, Hunter Daniel, Scotty Mo, XR, Pete, Dirty Dan, Corey, what is up? Small face no toe with the Pepe Munger original thumbnail investor, alter ego, Fluffy the Sheep, Crimson Caravan Company, all the best, maybe the biggest, but it's a beautiful day. A lot going on. You know, we had the morning show. People are excited. Things are feeling good. I have a couple risky biscuit plays. Me and BJ have obviously been showing some pretty low cap projects on this show in the last few. I mean, we always do it, but I've been tracking one particular project that looks well and alive that I am looking at. I do feel is very early on. So without further ado, let's get into the whole smorgasbord. We have quite a bit of news to go over, and it's just going to get more and more as the bull market comes back, you guys. So just be prepared. Be prepared. And also, I didn't tell you this, Hannah. Last night, I had what turned out to be a muskrat. I thought it was a werewolf. I had my night vision on. I had everything on. And ended up being a muskrat. Have you ever ran into large mammals out here in Georgia? Like you're kind of in the city, right? So it's a little bit different. You're different types of animals in the city.
My dog attacked a possum.
What
we
up?
used to have coyotes behind my house.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, so did you get the muskrat?
I let him live.
I don't know why, but
Yeah.
I was really hoping you just.
There was no reason to, you know. He's been having fun. I'm not able to get the camera fixed for you, but you're welcome to hang out. We got another part of the team here, Brianna, joining us. There you are. Yeah, perfect choice. What's up, Brianna? But yeah, guys, thanks for joining us, Brianna. Your mic is also muted, so yeah, we'll fix it later. But let's get into the news. We got some stuff to go over here. This is from Crypto Zombie. Just something interesting to think about before we dive into everything. There's Joe Biden making his appearance next to his favorite energy drink. And this is from Crypto Zombie. So billionaires and politicians offloading billions of dollars in stocks, as we've noted, Bill Gates, Bezos over the last few weeks, and Bitcoin simultaneously pumping. Just an interesting thought to keep in the front of our minds. Not a direct correlation, but what if they are offloading insane amounts of their stock holdings to basically get positioned in front of what's happening in Bitcoin. It's not too crazy of a thought as you see really the inflows. But, before we get into all the juicy details about how much Bitcoin is being purchased through these ETFs, the White House has to come out and come after Bitcoin once again with another jab, worried about Bitcoin mining straining the power grid as the price of Bitcoin surges and the demand outpaces supply. What a glorious situation to have. Oh, no, dearie my, you're going to have to upgrade your electrical infrastructure, which you've been ignoring for 70 years. Oh, dearie my. Maybe you should stop spitting on blue collar works. The infrastructure for America needs an upgrade in a big way. And this push and this demand for Bitcoin is going to help that conversation come to the table monetarily. Fears will be used to try and increase the regulation, Fox senior correspondent reporting. All this, honestly, just FUD from the government. They're trying to hold people back from what's actually happening here. Because you got to keep in mind, who's buying these ETFs right now? It's not the retail, fund manager. This is massive corporations lining their pockets with Bitcoin first and foremost, before you have those smaller shops and investment firms getting their clients into it. They have to take some time to understand it. Kelly was bringing up some great points about that on today's morning show. And here is what is actually happening on the exchange side with these ETFs. ETFs broke an all-time high in volume recorded yesterday. This was reported at $2.4 billion in ETF flows. Absolutely insane. Very, very thick, very thick. We go to here just to watch a guru kind of segmented it off. You can see that BlackRock is still by and far in the lead with 1.3 billion. I mean, they are hammering in. Does this worry you, Hannah, that we have BlackRock coming in and getting control like we've seen? I mean, in essence, there's not enough Bitcoin to last for very long at this buying pressure. BlackRock lining their pockets and getting that biggest position. How does that make you feel? You seem a little concerned. You gave it a sigh. You sad?
I'm glad we have altcoin.
Yeah.
But I remember when I first got into crypto, my dad was also getting into it. I might have said this before, but he asked me if there was a Bitcoin ETF that he could buy instead of just buying the assets. And there wasn't at the time, but now there is. And he said once BlackRock gets a hold of it, it's over.
It's pretty much what's happening.
Damn,
it's what's happening.
They're buying all of it.
He's a smart guy.
Yeah, he is.
Very smart guy.
Like y'all.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like we get along. In this, we have all this insane volume coming for Bitcoin through these ETFs. Here is an updated view on what the exchange supply actually looks like. I'll scoot my face out of here. Let's see if we can go all the way down. Yeah, you can see it there. So the bluish purple line is the exchange reserve, and the black line is the price. And it is falling off of a cliff right now. Really quite an amazing thing, something that we've always hoped would be realized and found within Bitcoin's scarcity, and the backbone of having provable data through proof of work. This is all happening in live time. Now we have an ETF, sucking up all of the exchange supplies right in this realm. It's only going to get worse. So just prepare for that. I know it's been a hard bear market. We're used to very cheap prices for crypto. Yes, it was wonderful. Yes, we are well in the green. But now, it's time to kind of reframe our mind on really what we're expecting as far as pullbacks and how long you should be waiting. And Hannah, they're saying you're a little low, so you got to get up on the mic. I saw the yeah. Okay. But it's a beautiful metric to see the ETF FOMO and the exchange reserves collapsing at the same time. It's basically creating a perfect storm. No Rumble live. We got to see if we're live on Rumble. Wonder if we are or not. Yeah. I mean, you could just check on your computer. We may or may not be. I'm holding it down myself here, so quite a bit of things to do. Actually, it was a good segue into this next piece of data here. Well, not really data, but just mindset. Duo9 posting this. At this rate, it is highly likely that Bitcoin breaks the 69K level before the April halving. People have no idea what's happening or what is coming. So prepare yourself mentally for $10,000 candles a day. I remember the last cycle. Yeah, are you ready for that?
No, I'm starting to get FOMO.
You know what I mean?
FOMO already. I'm like, I need more. anymore.
I remember at the peak of the last bull market, me and my wife would be like driving to Costco and look at our account and we would make like 5 G's, you know what I mean? In like price action movement. And then you go in and you shop in and stuff and things, you know, at the time, the world was very scared. There was a lot of worries about this ongoing pandemic and all this, you know, hyperinflation potentials. And we're sitting there just like, I'm feeling great. I'm not getting printed out of existence right now. I have my money in something that actually has upward trajectory and scarcity to it. And it's not within a government's control to just basically print into oblivion. I experienced that live time. And this note that Duo9's making, it sounds crazy to prepare mentally for $10,000 candle days. But honestly, guys, we have not seen anything yet. We did not have ETFs approved last cycle. And on top of that, there's a lot of push for cybersecurity. You know, encryption, data encryption, cryptography, right? This is where the whole mindset and creation of crypto comes from, is encrypting data and making it secure networks. Now you see a bunch of nation states trying to hack each other, cyber attack each other. Where do you think this world is truly moving, right? Look at what's happening around us and make that decision for yourself. The data that is secure is the gold of the future. I don't know how else to plainly state that. You know, and I understand people that are stuck in gold or other types of assets, but I feel that times are changing. I have this conspiracy theory graph that's been playing out really well. Just want to do a quick update on this dealio here. This is March 10th when the banking crisis happened and USDC depegged it went down to about 89 cents because Silicon Valley held you know, a good amount of their backing. But then since that banking crisis, we moved on up to the next leg in Evergrande. The staff was arrested, the liquidation process began, and China began quantitative easing with a $300 billion money print right here, right freaking there. And then you move on to our current situation. You know, obviously recently we had the US ETF approved. That happened right here at this candle as the exchange supply squeeze begins. This little note that I was showing here. Now we move into this. Now Evergrande has been fully liquidated, and the date we are watching, I am watching personally, is for the bank term funding program end date to actually come to fruition. Right here is when the Fed released the fact that they were taking this emergency funding program away from banks to keep them solvent. And now 180 mid-size and smaller banks stand at risk of going insolvent because the interest rates have been so high and their losses in commercial real estate so deep, there is no other way to go. So here's the little tidbit I made this morning. This is the banking doomsday clock. We have 12 days, 16 hours, 44 minutes, and 55 seconds. Now 53. So if you want, maybe I did post that on my Twitter. So you can go ahead. You know what, Hannah, we may as well say where people can follow us here. I'm going to pull up our accounts here.
I put it in the description.
Yeah. You put it in the description?
Yes.
God bless you.
Smart.
God bless you. Okay.
You can now find links in the description.
Yeah. Here's me sitting there with Warrior Poet Society, John Lavelle, absolute G. This is an amazing day. He came into the studio dressed in full kit, and I was so excited. But you can follow me at Druth Crypto and Hannah Hughes. Let's see what we got here. Maybe I'll get the fake ones. No, there you are. There you are. At Hannah Hughes _ So that's where you can follow us. But, you know, this graph that I just shared you guys, it seemed like it was just insane for people to consider that these bank crisis events would be bullish for Bitcoin, but it wasn't to me. I saw that the system at large was failing large investment holders and people that have tons of money saved in banks. They no longer trust that system. What is Bitcoin created for, right? Is so we don't have to put trust in any specific system. We can have trust in the network at large with provable data and proof of work. So I feel still very stuck on my idea. Now, going back to this graph where I think we're going from here, I'll talk about that a little bit. We have gotten at the 57K mark. Really, I was watching out for 59 to get slapped down, but we're right in the range. If you guys notice we're right in the peak, previous peak ranges right now. Basically, I think it's like over 90% of Bitcoin holders are sitting in profit right now. So you have to keep that in mind. You know, we are probably going to run into a little bit of turbulence, a little bit of holdup. And the best case scenario, the most bullish scenario that I could see that I do feel like we're on track for is essentially ranging, chopping a little bit right here, right as the bank term funding program is yanked. Then we get our next move up. That's just my crazy ideas that have actually been playing out correctly so far. Sadly, I have no AI plays right now. This is from Crypto Tim. If you were going to pick 5 AI cryptos to drop $250 each, what would you buy? Ooh, this is a good question. Okay. I'm going to have to go because there's been a lot of things pumping. I want to make sure I'm not talking about things that have had just insane green candles here. Let's go to CoinGecko. How did they lay this out this way? Let's go categories and we go to AI, artificial intelligence. Where are you at? Is it large? I still feel like the graph is good. You know, there's a couple Mosaic. There's a couple deep picks that I have in there as well, but let's just see where the biggest pain is. If we're looking today, where is the biggest pain? God, there's so many AI projects. Holy God. All of these new names. You see how quickly Singularity Net shaving some off, still up by 34% on the week. I do believe we have our team down in Panama getting some inside understanding of Singularity Net. Very cool. I'm very excited for those videos. Singularity Net, I do have a little bit of Singularity Net, a little bit of exposure to that. Just keep moving down here. I mean, God, there's so many. Numerai, this is an oldie but a goodie. I definitely like Numerai. The last time I looked at it, it was half this price. I do feel like Numerai is a good one. Chlor AI, very, very good project.
Josh likes Chlor.
Josh likes Chlor as well. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Chlor looks pretty darn good. Let's see. This is Mosaic. Here is one that I've been watching. This is on my Git list.
Whoa.
Yeah, this is a very, it's not like a huge market cap. Let's see here. It's about $9 million market cap. It's like AI delegation and staking system. But I think that at large, this thing is just probably trying to gather some support in this range before it makes its next leg up. So I think that one's a good pick as well. Let's keep going here. Fetch. We always hear about Fetch, but I mean, let's look at Fetch. Let's see what we got going on here. We'll go to the all-time. Let's go to the max. So we got that. That's the price. Not too bad of a discrepancy on price to market cap. Pretty good, actually, now. Fetch AI, where's the market? 1.1 billion. I mean, if we're going for a deep degen pick like this, I don't know if I'd be feeling that. Singularity DAO, here we go. This is the DAO for Singularity Ajax. And this is also on my Git list. Still feeling like it's in a good opportunity zone right there. So if I'm shooting from the hip, as I always like to, I was thinking those look pretty good. I know a lot of people have been looking at AIOZ as well. There's just a lot of, and we're going to hear a lot of new projects come up over the next few months that haven't been even available to the public yet that are going to be major movers as well. So you got to keep that in mind. You know, I know we're seeing the markets absolutely rip right now, but as long as you're very focused on the crypto market, you'll see these things in these narratives as they pop up. We're not too late by a long shot, really. We haven't even reached the halving. Just to give you some context, the last time I was in the same scenario as 2020, Bitcoin was stuck in a range from like $5,000 to $9,000. It felt like for the whole year after the Black Swan event. So you do have to keep that in mind. I do feel like at large, we're going to be pumping real hard up to the halving and then have a nice healthy correction. Now, with how much ETF inflows we've seen, how much of a correction I think is the largest part of the conversation when we're talking about waiting for the dip. And we have to take in mind that the ETFs are moving a large sum of money into the markets, and the more money that comes in the markets, the harder it is to move. So you have to keep that in mind when you're expecting a gigantic crash like we previously had. But you know, it's all chaos. I'm here for the chaos because I don't want my money inflating and going into oblivion like ice in my hands. So we have this from Warren Buffett, saying that the stock market is just like a casino. Young investors need to remember this one fact for financial life to avoid the mess. It's a bunch of gobbledygook to begin with. Like Munger, Buffett fears that too many modern investors have become entranced by speculative investing, or maybe they're entranced with the chance to actually eat a healthy amount of food and live somewhere that's not a hole in the wall because everything's exploding in price, except for our paychecks, right? You have to think about that. Rather than digging into Securities and Exchange SEC filings for official best possible businesses to invest in, too many investors, or particularly young investors, these dang whippersnappers, are buying stocks that are trendy, hoping someone else will pay for them in a few months, hours down the line. Like Gensler, Buffett is worried that the gamification of trading is leading to an increase in speculators in the market, and this modern era of connectivity. The Berkshire CEO warns that this could lead market panics to happen more rapidly. Now, the last part of this, the potential for market panics to happen more rapidly, that is definitely true. But I think that something else really stuck out in my mind about these comments, worried about the gamification of trading that is leading to an increase in speculators on the market. Really, what he's talking, the gamification, this is the increase in communication at large. This is regular people not having to sit there and wait for the newspaper or these SEC official filings to really be able to, make the decision. They get information live time. They can exit bank live time. They can enter into crypto live time. There's no control anymore. They don't have control of the information. They don't have the pinch point of news sources like they used to. And I think that scares the hell out of these old school Wall Street behemoths that see the ability for just regular people to really change their lives off of things as idiotic as meme coins. So,
Is this foreshadowing?
This is foreshadowing.
Yes,
I mean, a little bit. They're trying to retain control, Hannah. Like, that's the whole thing about the CBDC. The side of the conversation why I'm so pissed about a CBDC even being considered is because I know that the government's just going to try to pinch us back into a funnel of control. Once again, we've had this slight breath of freedom of speech come back on X. Now we have a slight breath of sovereignty with our finances if you hold Bitcoin on a cold storage wallet, and you're not at risk if the bank down the street goes insolvent. But, we will see governments try to recapture this control. You just have to be strong. You have to be strong and kind of headstrong and stubborn about what you're looking for out of life. Do you want to be sovereign? Do you want to have control of your future? Or do you want to leave it to the whims of Uncle Joe and Kamala Harris as they appear on Pornhub fucking the entire nation? So that's up to you. Sorry, I had to do it. It rolled right off the tongue. Now, Google parent loses $70 billion in market value in a single trading day after a woke AI chatbot disaster. For anyone that doesn't know, the Google AI system essentially is doing a digital genocide. So that's happening, and whoever controls the narrative controls history in the future. We cannot let these technological oligarchs basically just erase the past and create the future as they see fit, because it'll be very dystopian at best. And good on people for moving out of that stock holding when they see that the company doesn't represent their values. Very good on them.
Isn't it like
you gotta be careful how you say it. It's something that most people should probably look up on their own, but it did not.
it wouldn't generate a picture of me?
It wouldn't generate a picture of you.
Not me, but
Well, okay, people like you.
yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that is the case. We will surely get banned if we continue this conversation, though, because we are on YouTube, which is owned by Alphabet. So we're going to move right on here. NASDAQ 100 index has added $1.6 trillion in market cap in 2024 so far. Here's the crazy part. Only 4 companies have accounted for the whopping 95% of that year-to-date market cap gain. The companies are NVIDIA, Meta, Microsoft, and Amazon that have added 1.5 trillion since the beginning of the year. What's that? Isn't that kind of crazy?
Yeah.
That's nuts, right?
Yeah.
We think they talk about how the markets are so wonderful and we're doing so good, and 95% of that dominance is coming from 4 companies. Something notable out of this, a larger thought that came to mind when I'm seeing these names. These are all innovative tech companies, and kind of shocking companies to be still mooning like they are. It's shocking if you're, Warren Buffett, or you're used to, trading banana futures or whatever. But Microsoft, Amazon with its AWS infrastructure build out, Microsoft, obviously a dominator, Meta, Zuckerberg not giving up. He's down a lot of money on this metaverse build out. He's still leaning into it. He still is focused on it being the future. That's got to tell you something. Wow, what was that? Pulse Chain Legends. But yeah, watching this, I mean, this is the elephant skeleton walking down the street, holding up the rest of the market, and the remaining part of the index adding just a minuscule $75 billion. So a lot of these gains really focused in these upcoming and dominant tech firms. So a very interesting thing to keep in mind when they're talking about a stock market crash. This I found very interesting. Tucker Carlson assassination plot was foiled. Looks like Russian forces found and arrested a man that planned an attack on Tucker Carlson, allegedly orchestrated by Ukrainian intelligence. Plot allegedly involved an IED targeting Carlson's vehicle at the Four Seasons Hotel. Man, this is just like something out of a movie. You know,
Call of Duty.
It is.
So
it's like Call of Duty or something, right? He's at risk. He's putting his neck out for this stuff.
He is.
He's got some cojones, man. But seeing this, not horribly surprised that the Ukrainians would try to do this. More so surprised that we get the free speech ability to hear about it in open dialogue on X, which I'm very thankful for. The suspect reportedly admitted receiving only $4,000 for the attack execution after being caught. What a jip, you know? What a jip! $4,000, unbelievable.
Everybody be safe.
Yeah, be safe out there. You know, people will sell your life away for $4,000, even if you're Tucker Carlson. Crazy world out there. Very sad. Now this, maybe I should be more bullish on Australia after this. COVID vaccine mandate for emergency services in Australia and Queensland was indeed unlawful and a breach of human rights. The state's Supreme Court has ruled. So when's the Geneva Convention going to happen? When's the accountability going to happen? When is the retribution for the millions of dead from the last few years' experiments on humanity at large? Where is it? That's what I'm waiting for. Nice to see it being called out for, but there's more to be done here. I'm a little I'm a lottle salty still about the situation, and I'll just leave it at that. I'm good. I've already got 20 ways to ban me anyways. So here's James O'Keefe. Got in with an IRS official, Alex Mina, as he sprinted a mile down 7th Avenue in New York after O'Keefe showed him footage of calling the IRS AI program unconstitutional. The IRS's artificial intelligence and data aggregation programs were being called unconstitutional by someone that worked at the IRS. Mina then attempted to hide by standing in a shadowy doorway on Commerce Seat before O'Keefe found him, and Mina began running again like the absolute. Oh, there's so many things that I could say about these limp-wristed, spineless government boot-licking. I'll digress. But this is the type of people that try to act so big and tough, basically just hammering us here in the middle and lower class for our tax dollars so they can create World War III and then continue to fund other nations around the world. Mina, who said he works with the criminal investigations for the IRS, denied his own identity to O'Keefe, saying that's not me, lying through his teeth. When he was confronted by the hidden camera footage, Mina added, "But I'm really sorry." So that's just a quick reminder on, there is so much more that we can be doing with our money besides funding Ukraine or building biolabs in Ukraine or working with Wuhan to develop the next big thing. There's so much that we can do outside of these things with our tax dollars. It's not happening. Get you questioning, what is the representation that I'm getting out of this government truly standing at? What is the worth of it? It makes you think long and hard about those things. So, and this, oh my God, it gets better. Treasury borrowed another $36 billion, pushing federal debt to $34.3 trillion. Something to keep in mind while Congress debates spending even more money that we don't have. This is not a meme coin chart. This is not the Bitcoin chart on the year. This is our debt. So as a nation, we're approaching 35 trillion. It's not looking great. Hannah, you guys, Isaac, Brianna, You're all like, I feel like I'm closer to the grave, so I don't worry about this as much. It's more for like my kids, you know, like, does this worry you, Isaac, seeing
The
debt
national
go
debt?
parabolic? Or do you
Well-
even care? Is it just something you're used to? Is it whatever, bro? Like, what is the thought here? What does the youth think about this? Do they even see this?
Well, not all of the youth see this. Most youth are blind to it, and they won't even care to look into it.
Mm.
And yeah, it scares me that we're going close to 35 trillion in national debt when they sit there and print money and
Yeah.
then make us pay the taxes for something they could just print out of thin air.
Yeah. I mean, it's something to think about. Like, they think about Social Security, going to be there to save them, right? They get this idea, we were going to work hard enough to get this retirement fund, and Social Security is going to help me out and save me when I'm tired and I can't walk around anymore. And really, I'm of the opinion at the rate we're going, and that graph that I just showed, essentially being there will be no Social Security available in 2035 at this rate, just flat out. So there is no chance for the government to retire people in 2035 at the rate that we're currently at. So that's why I'm asking you guys, because it's like, you know, you got to make some moves. I was feeling about making moves. I was like maybe 30, maybe 28 years old when it started to click. You know, spent a lot of my time in the heavy metal music scene. So, I mean, the band name.
Beautiful.
What is the band name? We need to. The chat probably has some gems in there.
We need some band names. Like
we need
right
some
now.
band names.
Hold on, there's a poll.
There's a poll. Okay, pull up the poll.
The youth are busy twerking on TikTok.
The youth.
It's true, bro.
It's true.
Oh, that's
Nobody
so
will
sad.
thought that
even
was funny.
like people won't take the time to have a conversation about it. Like, it's immediately dismissed. I don't know if that's what y'all's experience is, but
Yeah.
like if I bring up like the economy or anything, it's like
Mm.
focus on what's in front of you.
They
I'm
don't
like,
care at all. Wow. Well, you know, I mean, when you're facing a dire situation such as this, you need things like nuts. You need diamond balls. And with those diamond balls, you need a way to protect your diamond balls. And that is with NADS. You can absolutely get a fantastic deal on organic underwear that will not destroy your nads with all these microplastics and garbage they put. And think about, you know, where's the most action happening when you're watching that price action going up and down, right? Things get sweaty, okay? Things get built up, okay? I know a lot of people, they're just hanging out on the computer for weeks on end. You know, just go ahead, click the link in the description below and get you some nads if you are concerned about your diamond nuts making it to the peak of the next bull run. Very serious. Yeah, some draws. I haven't heard that in a while.
Yeah,
Get
get
you
you
some
some
draws.
to save your balls.
Dude.
And that's all you need to do.
I realized,
Hit the link
well,
in
I've
the
realized this for a while. Do you know where darn it come from?
No.
Do you know where that comes from?
box. I actually don't.
Okay, so darning is when you fix a sock. So when you have a hole in your sock, you give it to your wife, and you're like, darn it.
Huh?
That's where darn
Wow.
it. That's where darn came from. Darning socks. Darn it. It's a hole in your sock that you fix.
Darn it.
Darn it. You know what I mean?
Gotta
So
darn it up.
yeah, gotta darn it up. You know, just a little side thought. My mind wanders.
Learn
often.
something new every day.
I have many use. I once pooped on a Thomas J. Crapper toilet in Barbados, and
Did I really?
it was
wanna
the
know that?
original. It was the original toilet, man.
Okay,
you
then
know,
maybe.
and it has like a, what do you call it? It's like a porcelain bowl above your head, and it uses the velocity, and you feel extremely powerful. You're like, oh, you pull the line. It's this metal cord, and you just feel extreme strength. You know what I mean? Like, the pooping ain't like what it used to be. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. Now we have this from Satoshi Flipper. We're talking about the next targets on the next leg up for Link, my stinky Link. Here's from Satoshi Flipper showing the USDT Link pair on the weekly. Do you understand? I love how he words things. Are you connecting the dots? And basically, like, me and this guy have a very similar thought on where the markets are moving at large. Really like his TA. So his areas that he's watching for us to peak up to and get slapped around hard at are this $35 level. I expect a little bit of chop in between the two points here, essentially a pump into this area at this midpoint right at about, right about $24 right here. I expect a little bit of slapping around, a little bit of chop right there before a move. I do think that $35 for Chainlink is not an insane thing to think about being there once the halving occurs. We're right around the corner from the halving. It's right around April 20th, I think it is, 420 when the halving. Yeah, it was not planned that way, Hannah.
But
Okay,
it
was not planned that way. 420 was a shit show in Colorado.
I think Satoshi planned it.
You think he planned it?
I think he did.
I mean, it's hard to plan out how the hash rates are gonna fluctuate. You know what I mean? We saw in the emails. He's like, maybe we should call it Titcoin, and I wonder if more people would like Titcoin. You know what I mean? He didn't know it'd take off. I mean, that's just my thought, but yeah. So we're watching that for Link. Now I'm going to get into a little bit of oh yeah, this is kind of a nice just representation of how the markets are moving here. This is really great. I'm going to turn this on.
Bing bong, bing bong.
Ding,
Like,
ding.
maybe we should call it Titcoin.
Okay.
I wonder if
Missile
more
launch
people would like
machine.
Titcoin.
Wow.
You know what I mean? He didn't know it'd take off. I turned all my audios on with that. Wonder where that was. There it is. Hey, there's Nads. Okay.
Wait.
What? These are $35 a pair as well. So you know what?
It's worth it. if you wanna
$35 to protect your nuts.
protect your medallions.
I'm excited about these things, man. And that's what my wife does. It's a fashion design where you basically repurpose and like remanufacture fashion. Because everyone in fashion, they act like they want to save the world until it comes to actually buying things that have been used previously, and they don't want to pay for it.
Bullish.
Yeah,
On sustainable fashion.
See?
And made in the USA clothing.
it's a thing.
I'm so bullish.
It's a thing.
We need more USA manufacturing.
It's expensive. It's
Need it.
expensive to manufacture, but that's the thing. Is like, we want to put our money where our mouth is. If we say that we want the world to be a cleaner, better place, then you basically, to buy American, it costs more money. If you want to stop paying for essentially slave labor in India and China, it's going to cost a little bit, right? It's just part of the thing. And almost the same idea comes to my mind when people talk about this. Tesla is so cheap and the electricity, and I can plug in anywhere. It's like, you know how many kids had to die in a lithium mine for that battery block in your car? Yeah, ever think about that, right? There's a price beyond tangible goods and dollars that go in between the production of lithium, and just kind of missed by people. It makes me a little angry sometimes. It makes me extra angry actually, but try not to get too worked up. So I did get in on this project this morning. What's that?
The video.
The video?
Yeah.
What video?
Trump.
Oh, you want to see Trump? Yeah, all right.
Oh,
fine.
yeah,
We'll
right.
go in on Trump. This is him just kind of imitating what it's like to wake up as Asian markets saw Bitcoin price action today. Get my face out of the way. Boom, boom.
Ding, 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 ding. Boom. Okay. Missile launch machine. Bing.
I love this so much. I had to do it.
it.
I had to do it.
I made a beautiful meme.
God, what a polarizing figure. He's got people so hot and heavy. Either one way or the other. They hate him or they love him. It's incredible. Up 10% on XRP. My God, I have to see this.
10%.
Is this reality?
It was just at 7.
All right, and also I want to show this just perspective on Bitcoin price action. So this is super zoomed out, you guys. I wanted to show this for the mere fact of the velocity of this candle we just experienced. Backing up, looking at the previous bull market beginnings. And this is a very, very long stretch of green price action on a daily candle. We'll zoom in a little bit more. And you can see we just broke out of this pretty concise shelf that Bitcoin built above the $50,500 level. And now we zoom in a little bit more. This thing is coiling up like a snake. So the volatility is lessening. It's coming into, in my opinion, I don't think it's done. It's just going to coil here for a minute and then send it on up again, just in the immediate short term. Now, again, I am still looking for the pullback after the halving, but I'm not going to be holding my breath for some 50% correction after that time frame comes. And I'm still DCAing. One project I did DCA into, we'll pull it up here. It's a base ecosystem play. I definitely wanted some exposure to base ecosystem. Came across this one, Aerodome, on it's ticker Aero on coin market cap right now. It's pretty new, not much data to roll off of it yet, but just launched to invest with Coinbase Ventures, a pretty big arm of Coinbase, in the next generation of on-chain projects building on Base. And I think At large, Coinbase has said, hey, there's going to be no token directly for Base, but I think that they're just kind of waiting for the SEC lawsuit to wrap up. That's my opinion.
Base, you think?
That is a good question. I don't know if they would just call it Base token. I really hope that they would. Maybe
because then we
based.
would have coin and base.
I know.
It just makes sense.
I know. And what if they called it based? You know what I mean? That would be very good. Yeah.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, it might be good. I think Base at large is going to be a pretty big player in the next market.
Yeah.
So took an exciting announcement from the ecosystem fund, acquired an arrow position together, building the future. I'm going to just pull up this graph real quick. Again, very new project, not much information to go off on here. I got it like 20 cents. Yes, I bought a nasty green upswing, but honestly, I don't think this thing's done by a long shot. What I'm feeling like is it's integrated with Base. It's got backing from Coinbase Ventures. Base in itself, the protocol going to be explosive. The market cap sitting at 37 million right now. Feeling like it's movable. Really, this is just a risky biscuit, a small little play that I'm taking. I'm looking for more aggressive, newer projects at this point, like I've made clear. So this is a small position I took. Seeing how it plays out. On that note, we got a little bit more on this. It's a meta desk, combining the best primitives in DeFi into a streamlined design. A central liquidity hub for Base to host twice the total value locked of every other DEX combined, creating an unmatched rewards engine, 100% of which goes to the V-Arrow voters, the governance token holders within the system. So I like the design of it. I think that the Base narrative really hasn't taken over crypto Twitter like it will, in my opinion. And trying to position ahead of these things, trying not to chase gigantic, massive green candles. If we see something's alive, great. It's alive. The price action is there, but be patient on the re-entry points. And maybe we'll miss things, right? Like I was extremely bullish about Trump coin, but I was busy hammering everything I had in a link, and I didn't get any Trump token. I don't kick myself over that because it would have been a small 1% play, and I was busy moving 100% of my goods. So, we have to move with timeframes. Don't beat yourself up if you miss things. There's still things to come. Layer 0 token hasn't even been released yet. I think Layer 0 is another massive, massive narrative that's going to come. Be really exciting for people. I did get a view of Rothschild making it to hell. Devil let him know he's a huge fan. So, just a nice meeting of friends down there south of the border. And this is from Jameson Law. If you turn laser eyes off during the bear market, you don't get to turn them back on now. I think, was it Pomp? Who was it? Anthony Pompliano that turned off his laser eyes?
Oh, his profile picture?
Yes.
He took them off.
It's such a fair weather fan. You know what I mean? Just there when the getting's good. Just, very surface deep, and really it made me think about when we were here in the basement and we were watching prices, struggle to hold the $15,000, $16,000 level. There was a larger point of conversation about conviction. Why are you here? Why are you even looking at decentralized finance if the price is cratering, right? And you have to have a stronger backbone of what you're in for to be able to weather those time frames and to have the conviction to hammer everything you can at the markets, even when things look their worst. Fairweather fans, I don't really have, much. I mean, sure, it's great that they're part of crypto, but it's like this hot and cold Fairweather fan, in and out type mentality. I find very weak. If you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. And I apply that to crypto as well. Now, I also can apply this to the price of hamburgers. So Wendy's is planning an Uber-style surge pricing where burger prices will fluctuate based on the demand. This is frightening. Let's see what we got here. Wendy's preparing to test the pricing model where the cost of menu items will fluctuate throughout the day based on the demand, meaning a Dave's burger will cost more during the lunch and dinner rush. Fast food chain unappetizing plans set to be tested in a high-stakes rollout this year will squeeze more money out of already inflation-battered Americans who may not have the option to eat their meals during off-peak hours. Wendy's CEO Kirk Tanner announced a new system on a call with investors, noting that the Ohio-based company will invest $20 million in high-tech menu boards. Look at this. More using technology against us, man. Unbelievable. High-tech menu boards. Those things are going to get punched, I feel like. Imagine someone pulls up, they're like, hey, that Wendy's burger is going to be like $12 for a single burger.
Actually crazy about this is I think fast food places charge more in like cities than they do in suburbs.
They really do.
And so they change their prices all the time. So we're under the psyop that it's cheap, but it's really like they already do kind of fluctuate. So now they're low key. Are they just being more transparent? But I hate it because they could alter it whenever they want. Like just make it a set like calculate how much it costs for you. Now calculate how much you're going to sell it to people for a fair price so that you can make a little profit while still being fair.
We can't have nice things, Hannah. We can't have nice things. And maybe this is the point where the people actually revolt. Maybe if their hamburgers are $12, they can't possibly, afford to buy at the peak menu times. And also,
what's going to happen when there's only one left? I went to McDonald's. I haven't eaten McDonald's. I don't vouch for fast food anymore. I ate it a lot growing up. My kids will eat very minimal fast food.
Good call.
Bad shit. For real.
Yeah.
But I went there the other day for like the first time, and McDonald's was literally like, the only drink we have is sweet tea. We don't have any burgers. We don't have ice cream. We don't have cookies. Like they don't have anything.
It's such a scam.
They only had like 4 things on the menu. Like it was like 3 a.m. But they only have like 4 things available. Like,
it was 3 a.m.
You're ridiculous. So in that case, how much would they have charged me for the things that I did get if everything else was out of stock?
We got American Pool Guy. The chat's about to go out. Thank you for the super chat, my man. Thoughts on, hold on, I'll get back to that, Hannah. We're going to riff on this. The chat, I don't have no O in here. Thoughts on selling all altcoins yet holding BTC forever just because of the scarcity increase? I mean, if you're in profit on your altcoins, there's nothing wrong with taking profits on altcoins. Like you compare the stock market to crypto, it's not even, unless you're in Nvidia 10 years ago, then that's very comparable. But if you're well in profits, like DZ has the best line, you never go broke taking profits. You know what I mean? And I do feel like the halving correction that we're going to have will open up some pretty juicy entry points once again on altcoins once it occurs. And at that point, we'll be, about halfway through the year of 2024 post halving. You'll see which coins have held on to that narrative and building the community, the engagement. You can see all those metrics much, much clearer, especially after a short-term dump. So, practice patience, but, I wouldn't say that holding Bitcoin long-term and just like long-term giga bullish mindset on it is a bad thing to have. I think Bitcoin will be around for quite a long time. I wouldn't be necessarily suggesting that for Ethereum. Bitcoin is the one crypto asset I feel like is going to really, really stand the test of time though. So thanks for the super chat, American Pool Guy. But, all right, back to burgers. Okay. This is ridiculous. That looks awful, by the way. Like, what an unflattering picture of a hamburger. Me and Taco have basically turned into hamburger aficionados over the last few weeks here. If Five Guys increases their price, I'm going to freak out. As we continue to show the benefit of this technology in our company, franchise interest in digital menu boards should increase further, supporting sales and profit growth, yada, yada, yada. I am very bearish on the surge pricing model. It doesn't seem like something that I would ever be what you talked about, Hannah, that's something interesting. I live like in the woods, basically. It's very rural and the prices are very low compared to when I come up here for work, or even, I go to Atlanta. I ate a $35 hamburger in Atlanta. $35 hamburger. Just on a date with the wife, trying to get out, have a good time. 35 bones. Yeah. It was a good hamburger. Every time it's going to be $100 for 2 people if you go out. I went to Ponce Markets. You can't get out of there for less than a couple $100. That place is good. I mean, I'll give it that, but my God, it was expensive. So a lot of people better realize that your dollar is dying. Your buying power is dying. Watching all of this happen in live time, we have to move into aggressive positions. One overly aggressive position I am heavily considering right now is Trump Pepe token. Now here's why. All right. So first we're going to talk about why. I already talked about Arrow. We're going to look at WIF, the top meme coin on Solana. absolutely given no F's today. Resurgent hard. It's actually, oh my God. Whiff. Look at this, Hannah. Look at the whiff. Look at the whiff chart.
Bro, like, how? BJ's so up on this. I have like been wanting to buy it for like since BJ's been talking about it, but I was like, nah, it's not going up like at this point.
Yeah.
And then new all-time high.
So just absolutely glorious to see. I want to go over to
Congrats.
5-day. What do we got here? Well, it's not even showing me the right stuff here. I guess I got to do this on Coinbase or CoinMarketCap, but essentially whiff well awake. Okay. It's at 61 cents. It is trying to truck its way on up to $1. Currently sitting at $619 million market cap. Probably going to hit a billy. Honestly, I don't think this thing's out of gasoline yet. So we have that. Then you go look at the larger coin behind this ecosystem, Solana. Let's go into it, see where it's at. Holding above $100, $108. Looking extremely strong. Look at the year on Solana. You have people in extreme profit. The hardcore believers of Solana, the people that weren't going anywhere, they're well up.
Real quick, Solana price prediction.
Solana price prediction.
Peak.
Yeah, I'll give a Solana price prediction. So we'll just do it right here. So we got a $47 billion market cap. I do think that it has a strong potential to hit 100 billion. I think $100 billion market caps, honestly, kind of being a little bit too bearish on Solana. I think more of a 150, $200 billion peak. And I see for the price, we'd be looking at around $200 to $350 per token. And that I feel is within reason, conservative-ish. Now, if you are looking at a situation where we reach a market cap of $7 trillion plus for crypto at large, and to keep in context why that's not crazy, is currently we're sitting at $2.1 trillion. That is a whole lot of cheese to be accomplishing before the halving. Solana, I'm not going to be surprised if we're hitting 150, $200 billion market caps. Price target in between $200 to $350 for that. What are your thoughts on Solana, Hannah? Is it going to be, am I cutting it too short? Is this $1,000 token that I'm just fudding?
I was just thinking I would love to see $1,000 Solana. I don't necessarily know. I would say 500.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
500.
I could just based on sentiment alone.
It's got a lot of people that love it, and the transactions and it goes down, and people don't even care. The price doesn't even care.
People have stopped talking about it recently as much. I haven't seen Solana as much as because people are focused on Ethereum.
Yeah.
But it'll come back.
Yeah. I think it is coming back. It's just, the attention is all over the place. You have Ethereum, you have DeepIn, you have RWAs, BRC20s. Now they got a Doge RC20 coming out.
Oh my God.
They do. I mean,
you can gift Doge on Twitch now.
You can gift Doge on Twitch?
Yeah.
We didn't even cover that
out today. You can gift streamers. It's not huge, but you can gift streamers with Doge. So I'm streaming today.
That's pretty bullish.
Love Doge.
So yeah, I am feeling about a risky biscuit play. BJ got into this token a bit ago, right? Very early. We thought he was going to get rugged immediately. We're going to go check out Trump Pepe token. Here we go. Punching this over. All right. So what I was watching this morning, trying to get a retest of this level. Essentially, I'm not trying to get all the way back down here. Where it's sitting right now is $138,000 market cap with 216 holders. Okay, so this is an extremely 216 holders. Extreme risk, extreme reward for myself, of course, because this is not financial advice. But what I'm watching for is a retracement back down to the $80,000 market cap level before I get just a small position in this. Very small amount of holders. And really what I'm watching is another thing rose from the dead like a zombie, like a lovely zombie in the night. Pepe token. Okay. So we've covered Trump hitting $6. We have Pepe token absolutely waking up. Gigantic green candle. Market cap, here's the market cap to token price comparison for you. really seeing this Pepe explosion. Trump is exploding. WIF exploding. Solana holding strong. I think that a lot of those profits are going to be flowing downhill. And essentially, I'm going to be looking at getting positions in some very chaotic, low market cap plays. And I think Trepe is on the tip of my tongue when it comes to that. But again, I'm sticking true to staying greedy and wanting a cheaper entry point. So, you know, maybe people will hammer in here. Yes, it's an extremely low market cap at large, but I want to try to get it at the $80,000 market cap level. Extreme danger. I am definitely in danger for even speaking about it, but you know, gotta make some risky plays to make some cheese in the crypto markets, as Warren Buffett notes we are out here doing. So, cheddar. That's right. At large, 57.4. My God, it keeps going. Bitcoin. Oh, it's all happening. It's all happening so fast.
Give me my money.
Yeah, I know. It's happening.
Bro, no, stop. Like, no.
I know.
Higher in my opinion. But hold on. Just relax for a second.
Right.
I do not want to see 100. I do, but I don't. 100K. It's soon though. Like soon.
The FOMO. You're feeling FOMO right now. You're feeling worry.
Anymore.
We've been here in the basement. You've been part of hammering into these things the whole time, and we still feel like there's more to do. You know what I mean?
I actually don't think Bitcoin's going to hit 100K.
I
think it's going to peak at like 88.
88?
Around 88.
At the next bull market cycle?
Yeah.
Think so? Okay.
It will hit 100,000 at some point.
Yeah.
But I
you
don't
think next
it's,
cycle?
Yeah, next cycle. Not this cycle. I think it's going to hit 88, 90, around that area.
Yeah.
I kind of agree, but I don't know.
I fully disagree, but I like your opinion. I respect
At this rate,
you know.
like in the
hard.
past 2 days,
it's
I'm like, shit, it might go to 100.
Well, you know, I mean, we got to expect, we are going to have some chop. We're going to approach the previous all-time high. In my opinion, right around the halving, there's going to be some chop. Really topping out at 88K though. I think that you would have to see inflation go down and fiat get fixed. Yeah. And that means a government acting responsible. Is that going to happen?
No, of course not. Oh. But I still think either way it could hit
potentially.
88.
I'm sorry to hit you with the sauce, but that was like, that's where it all hinges on. You know what I mean?
It's true.
You know?
And will the government act responsible? No.
Yeah.
When they haven't done that in ages. So.
Eric said last time he was here, last time he was on ATB, he said 60K in a month.
Oh, yeah. There you go, Eric Carlson. Is Eric on ATV tonight?
Yeah.
Really? Go check. That'd be cool. I got to catch that episode of his. Yeah, but this is pretty sick and thick with it. Bitcoin crashing past 57K into the 57.3, 57.4 spot. Let's kind of zoom in on this real quick just to see. I just showed the minute chart. What's the minute chart look like now? And there she goes. Breaking up above this previous kind of intermediary top on the minute chart. Yes, I degen. Look at it every occasionally. Here's the 30-minute chart. Here's the hour. Again, this is just such a nasty extended move to the upside. You have to expect a little bit of slapping around. I am watching out for that at about $59,000, $60,000. So keep that in mind. You know, I know there's a lot of FOMO going on right now, but the best thing we can do is focus on the strongest projects before they go nuts. And we're in the right position. We're in the right time frame to do so. You just have to exercise extreme focus, conviction, and you gotta have nads. And you know, so again, link in the description. Protect your nads. What a wonderful affiliate to have for the channel. Absolutely
love
wonderful.
You, Nads.
Yeah, love them. But shout out to every single one of you out in the chat. The Deadwood out there doing some four-wheeling. Dirty Dan, LL Radio Control, Crypto McSteve, Mike Bennett, Tyree Jeffries, Skid Marks, Nicole Ministator, Jay-Z, Green Day Profits, Cali Crypto Dude. Oh my God, the list goes on. Michael King. I love every single one of you out in the chat. Thank you for being the bread and butter.
On.
What's that?
I'm so sorry, and then we'll end. On all of y'all, all of the negativity is saying it's not going to go to 100K. When do y'all think it's going to go to 100K? I need a time estimate. Come on, let's see it.
Let us know in the comments down below the video too. When do you think?
When 100K?
When 100K? When Moon? When Ferrari? But It's been a lovely day. I'm going to go work out. You're coming with me. We're going to go
I'm
work
gonna
out
pump
now.
some iron.
It's going to happen. So I appreciate every single one of you out in the chat. Share the stream with a friend. Share this message with a loved one. Get people in the know before chaos begins. And we'll see you tomorrow. Good day.